Naomi Alvarez, her lead architect for AG Contractors and Designs. Hi, Andy, how are you?
Hi, Andrea, how are you?
Pretty good, thank you. We're going to talk about construction plans and permits, but in this case, for a very particular niche. We're going to talk about how we can help B2B companies or other construction companies to get all their paperwork, plans, and everything that they need in order to achieve projects better and faster. So tell me a little bit about how you work together, how you partner with additional companies to help the process and for it to be smooth and easy.
Ever since COVID, things have changed a lot since then. A lot of the paperwork that was required before to pull a permit has changed in the sense that a lot of the documentations and a lot of the insurances are now and more than ever very important for buildings, building associations, neighborhoods. And businesses have found it very difficult to be able to comply with these regulations and these different things that they're requesting or they're requiring to be able to work without any interruptions or the cities intervening and maybe even giving them a stop work order, And it's a very time-consuming process to pull a permit these days. The city reviewers are very stringent on the different paperwork, on the different codes and regulations. So once you submit the paperwork, you have to be very, very specific. It has to be very, very well done, presented. A lot of the cases before you were able to actually go in person and actually even have physical contact and conversation with the building officials. That's not happening anymore. So
not at all. No. So everything takes more time. It's very difficult, tricky, and time is money in this business. So it has to be very hard.
Yeah, it's very difficult. They have a lot of back work. A lot of the things that are that before probably was done faster with a in-person.
Yes, it will be
hey, listen,
I need to pull this out.
I know it's something simple. I'm just doing a bathroom remodel. I'm just taking out the cabinet and putting in a new cabinet. Now it's become very difficult because now once you present the plans, all the codes. Right now we're at 2020 Florida Building Code 7th edition. So, when you present the paperwork, all the codes and everything that has to be included in the plans have to be there. All the notes, all the drawings, construction details. These people want to know because since they know, that the inspector will have to go to the property, they want to make sure that all their T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. What people don't understand is when you present a plan to a building department, you're really what you're doing is sending in a contract.
Basically, yes.
It's really a contract. So that contract has to have all the parties involved. It has to be very specific on what kind of work it's being done, and if that work really is something that can affect your neighbors, the neighborhood, or the city that you live in. I mean,
there's many moving pieces. So basically, if I would have narrowed it down to 3 benefits of other construction companies or major companies that are doing major developments to partner up with you, what would it be? So it would be like time, saving time. Just mention like the 3 main reasons why they should work with us.
Okay. Well, one of the most important things I would think that, like what you just said recently, that time is money. It's these days it's simple or easier for businesses to subcontract work, right?
Okay.
So when you subcontract something to somebody, that somebody does that something almost every day. So chances are they're very good at it and they're faster, right? And like you said, time is money. So the faster you can get through different stages in the permitting and plan process, the more money, you save money, obviously you
By
save
saving time.
by saving
Exactly.
time, exactly. So one of the benefits of it is obviously is getting your plans and your permits done faster, okay? Another,
Gotcha.
yeah, and another benefit, obviously, is making sure that business has their, ducks in a row, let's just say. And by that, what I mean is that they have all their insurances in order, they have all their paperwork in order, that all their subcontractors.
You make sure that everything is there. It's like a checklist that you already have them.
Exactly.
Boom, 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 boom.
Exactly. And obviously another benefit is we also help the business, or we help the contractors with their day-to-day operations. We're able to plan out the construction process for them. So we diagram the entire process from the beginning to end. We can give them a better idea of how long it's going to take them to start and from start to finish. The materials they're going to need, where they can probably come into maybe different chokeholds or points and where they can find themselves getting into a difficult situation. For example, with all these supply chain issues that we're having, a lot of the materials that is required for these different projects, they're just delayed. They're taking a long time. Case in point, impact windows. We're seeing that there's a wait list of 3 months.
3 months?
3 months
No.
for impact windows. So
That's terrible for a project.
yeah, I mean that would mean for people to understand just 3 months, what that means. That would mean that the day you probably present the permits to the city, before you even begin the construction process, you have to be ordering the windows.
And that's something that people take for granted because they don't know. Which is your
don't know.
expertise because you do it every single day.
Exactly. We do it very often. We do it. I'm not going to say we do windows every day, but
That's just an example for you.
yeah, exactly. But we do work with different contractors, with subcontractors that do windows, and we hear their issues every day. We're in constant contact with different suppliers, with different vendors of different materials, and from a wide array of things related to the construction business, and they're having complications in almost every area. Another example that we're having issues in are construction blocks.
Mm-hmm.
The cement blocks,
Yes.
right? The 8-inch ones,
Yeah.
there aren't any. There aren't any, and
by the time they need it, it just thinks that they think they can go online or call the supplier and say, oh yeah, come pick them up.
Yeah.
So that's it.
exactly, not the case anymore. Before you can pick up the phone and make a phone call and say, listen, I need 2 or 3 pallets of cement blocks for my project, and when's your delivery time? Oh, maybe we can fit it in maybe in the next 3 days or 4 days or maybe next week. That's not the case anymore. Now it's like we don't have any for maybe another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks.
That's a big delay.
Big delay. And
So you take into consideration everything, like all of that, and you start working with them hand in hand to pre-plan, because one of the most important things when you're in construction is to have a proper pre-plan.
Exactly.
That's one of the advantages.
A game plan is so important, Andrea. It's like without it, it's sort of like a huge boat without a steering wheel, Because if you don't have a game plan, you'll find yourself one day, maybe you crash into a delay, and you don't know how delayed you really are. Because if you're supposed to finish, for example, if you're supposed to finish framing, or you're supposed to finish plumbing, or you're supposed to do your rough plumbing or your rough electrical on a certain day, but you don't know what that certain day is, you may be delayed right now, and you didn't even realize it.
Okay. Well, that's amazing to know. So that's everything that we need to know. Just save time, save stress, save money by hiring people that are actually experts on the subject. So thank you so much. We're gonna make sure this goes everywhere because everybody needs to know that.
Thank you, Andrea.
You're, available not to help the final customer, but also in other companies that really need an extra hand of
Agreed.
expertise. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. you.